It's a losing battle on the field because you cannot take violence out of football. It is inherently violent. It is a collision sport. You can't take that out of it. You can change it to flag football or two-hand touch, but at its core, football, tackle football, has tackle in it. And by virtue of having tackle in it, large men running at full speed on a small field creates collisions, and you can't always control where your helmet is compared to somebody else's helmet. You just can't. These are microcosmic shifts that you're trying to control at high speeds when you can't control what the other guy does. It's about bruising and maiming and hurting because that's what tackle football is. And you just simply can't take that out of it. And I think the league knows this. And the league is simply, in this case, trying to win the legal battle. And that is, they know over the next 10, 15, 20, and 30 years, more and more players will have more and more damage because of tackle football. It's inevitable. Our science will get better. Our testing will get better. We'll have a test for CTE in the living. More players will walk away earlier. More players will have been diagnosed by something that altered their brain chemistry based on football, and there is going to be legal hell to pay. And the NFL knows this. They've already dealt with this in court. They've already reached a settlement before. And so what the NFL is doing is trying to get ahead of this. We will implement all types of rules to make it look like we care about the safety of players. So that in 20 years, a player playing now can't say, well, I wasn't told of the severity, or the NFL let me die on the field, or the NFL knew what was happening. No, what the NFL is going to say is, well, in 2018, we instituted a rule that said nobody can lower their head or else you could get kicked out of the game. Think about how severe that is. We were looking out for the health of the player. And we will all know that that is bunk. We will all know that that is silliness. We will all know that that is disingenuous, but that's going to be the legality that the NFL hides behind. You can't take violence out of football. You can try to reteach guys how to tackle. You can try. But ultimately, when guys are slamming into one another, collisions are going to happen. That means that there is going to be injuries and head collisions. This is all to doll themselves up for future legal battles. For parents, for children, for youth leagues, for family members, for wives, and for the players themselves that you know are only going to continue to have litigation against football. We know too much. You can't put the toothpaste back into the tube. We know too much. And now it's just going to be a rash of rules that the NFL shows, hey, look, we're trying to do something about it. By the way, the NFL admitted that last year was the highest spike in concussions in NFL history. Why? Because, again, we know too much. Do you think last year there were more concussions than there were in 1974? No. It's just that now we're reporting more of them because players are more concerned with them and because there's more litigation that threatens them. It's not like last year was more volatile or more violent or more physical than it was 30 years ago. It's just that now we know how to report concussions better. And this is a response to that.